You got trouble, you got
Oh.
August 8th, 2024, 7 p.m. Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This tonight, this is gonna be fun. Roll call, Supervisor Bogey here, Clerk Stephanie is absent. Treasurer Joel,
Here.
Trustee Olga,
Here.
and Nick Straw.
Here.
Approval of the agenda. Oh my God. That was awesome. Oh, it is September, right? Let's get the right book here. Hey, told you it's gonna be a rough night. My clerk ain't doing all the work here. Anyway, so let's do September 12th, 7 p.m.
There you
Approval of the agenda. I do got to make some changes. Under old business, number 2. I want to extend the solar moratorium for 1 month or till November 18th. It's got to go on there. New business, instead of a land split, it's going to be actually rescind the PA 116 on the land split that's coming up. And then add a board member, POR member. I think that's all I had. Yep.
And we're putting a moratorium on the solar ordinance for what reason?
We'll
Are
get
you
into
telling
that.
me we're not ready?
No. I had a lawyer call me and I got some questions, so. 1 more month, it's gonna go through.
Come
you
on,
know.
guys.
I know.
All right. So we're scratching. and we're just putting-
You wanna do approval of the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda for September 12th.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Public comment, 2 minutes. Anybody online? I'll wait till we get. All right. Moving on to approval of previous minutes. I looked it over, it looked pretty good.
Did we pick a September 21st or 20th?
21st.
We are 21st on the trash.
Is it on there? Should be.
Well, it says 21st.
Or 28th.
Yeah, it's the 21st.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from August 8th.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Disbursements. Want to do that, Joel, or? Want me to go through it?
I can get pretty close here. Let me think here. Went out $15,029.04. Total number of checks when I was 20. didn't void any. And then the total disbursements of 30,411.35. Don't know if there's anything.
Most of that was $15,000 for the road commission for,
Yes,
it goes for the ditch mowing and something else,
yeah,
something small.
$15,382.31 went to the road commission, it looks like. And the rest is just payroll and regular. Dave Arthur was almost $4,000. Everything else is pretty small. Rick Sweet, 2272. Your total disbursement of $30,411.
Why is Rick Sweet twice out there?
Well, he is on there twice, isn't he?
I see one is August 28th and the other one is September 11th.
There's 828 and
Rick Sweet here.
Rick Sweet on there. Good eye. It's for the exact same amount. I couldn't tell you. But we will definitely look into
Oh, yeah, I
that.
can tell you what it is. Remember he didn't get his check? We had to cancel, reissue another one.
Oh, we had to void that.
And yeah, but that was voided on the last ones.
Okay. Well, it was, yeah.
I'll bring it to Steph's attention.
Yes, that's voided.
He has biggest checks up here now, a little more manly, because that's like the second or third time. He's the only one that doesn't get to see his check.
It's like $35 to cancel.
Right. I'm done. You can come pick them up. Anything else you want to talk about in there, Nick?
On this report here, no.
You want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the disbursements.
Support.
Roll call. Supervisor Bogey, yes. Stephanie Clerk, absent. Treasurer Joel?
Yes.
Yes. I'm answering for you. Trustee Olga
Yes,
and Trustee Nick.
Yes. With checking into that double check there.
Yes. Yeah, I got a big note on here. Just check my stuff on that. Fund balances.
Balances. The general fund has 154,683. Your tax account has 430,374. Fire fund has 194,465. Your road fund has 68,831. Our ICS, which is also the general fund, has another $412,100 in it. The Old National Farm Saving is 63,909. And our CDs are 422,621. We have 33,000 left of COVID money. We have $1,746,986.72. Without the tax, because the 400,000 is not ours. You have $1,316,612.41.
Good deal. I'll make a motion to accept the fund report.
or
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Building report.
during August, 6 building permits were issued. 1 electrical permit, no mechanical or plumbing. And the building inspector completed 7 inspections for a total of 16 hours in the building report.
He's definitely he's doing a lot. He's got a lot of permits being issued. Kind of nice. I'm gonna make a motion to accept the building report.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Assessors report.
Field work data entered. Visited parcels on Hickory Road for updated photos and utilizing aerials/GIS mapping. Other work, working on the clerk statement for taxes, the 591 form and gathering information. Finalizing economic condition factors and land values for the residential class. Residential starting ratio 48.03 for 2025 assessments. Last year was 46.20. Awaiting appraisal studies for commercial, agricultural, and industrial classes are forthcoming from the County Equalization Department. Excuse me. Looking ahead, complete last 4 continuing education classes before 10/31/24. Considering attending a BSNA cloud class for assessors at the Fall Assessor Conference, October 23rd through the 25th, 2024. Complete 591 form and turn into county clerk before 10/1/2024. And organize and schedule building permit inspections for the October through December field work. Respectfully submitted, Karen.
I'll make a motion to accept the assessors report.
Or,
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Ordinance report.
Ordinance report. Mr. Doobie drafted 3 letters for blighted property on Ann Arbor Road. He had some zoning requests for a back porch. And then he also took some photos of Rich and Wabash for the attorney who wanted some more photos for his fight for those 2 properties. And a complaint on 13460 Wabash Road. I don't know what it was.
That's actually, that's right by John Castle's house. Is that Weber's old residence? All the
Yes,
cars.
Mike.
Oh, okay, that's the one.
And he keeps collecting.
The roof started caving in.
Yeah. He needs to get some roofing, not any more cars.
Yeah.
I make a motion to accept the ordinance report.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Fire department report. So we had 17, if I counted it up correctly. Cheat sheet out here. Well, guess we'll wing it. Anyway, no, I got one. I just, I'm keeping a tally. I must have left it on my desk. A tally what goes from 1 month to the next, but I can remember it. Last month,
Really?
yeah, actually I can.
Really?
Yeah,
I wanna say that.
actually, last month was 17, this month was 20, so there you go. We had 20 calls, and reason I'm thinking it's going up is because of, the construction on 23 is creating some animosity down at Plank Road, which is part of our jurisdiction, so just on the fire department, we gotta pay for that. And with the naturally dry conditions we got going on, we had some house fires, grass fires. Mr. Nolan probably attest today, he's probably been on a few calls. Couple. So, most of them are motor vehicle injuries more than anything else in building fires, so. We're up a couple, but I think it's because of the usually dry season we're having. That's pretty much for the fire department. We do have a fire board meeting on the, something. I think it's 2 weeks. Oh, I found my sheet. 26, 5 PM fire board meeting. Yeah, so normally we had 11 calls a month before that, 17, they went up, and now we're up to 20. The highest we ever had fire calls was 23, so we're still below the average high, so that's kind of good. That's all I got in the fire department report. Questions?
It's really only 15 because the other ones were dispatched and canceled.
Absolutely. But we still got to count on the report, so.
Right. Still got to put it on the paper. All right. I'll make a motion to accept the
Support.
fire report.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Sheriff's Department report. So this time we had 73 calls, down from 85 last month. That's because they're patrolling, the state police and the sheriff are patrolling the freeway pretty hard. So most of them are traffic stops, a couple mobiles, nothing really big. But mostly are traffic stops. A couple of, accidents, but pretty much just traffic stops. That's why they're out there in presence. I found it.
Well, you think that's, I couldn't find any.
But yeah, because we normally get about 21, 37, 35, 47 calls in. Last month, for some reason, they turned up the state police. We got 85 calls out in the township. Now we're down to 73, so. Keep people in check, I guess. You guys, any questions?
The alarm reset, is that me?
What's that?
When I made them call you for the alarm?
Actually, yeah, Joel, that would be, yeah, that was you.
I like to be on the paper.
Put his name on there.
Yeah.
I think Doobie said it off you one day.
Did he?
Yeah, we caught it at the time. You want to accept the sheriff's report?
I'll make a motion to accept the sheriff's report.
All in favor?
Mark made
Aye.
us change our code, so everybody had their own. I've been used to the old one, so I didn't get mine in time, and then they call him.
That's so funny because I was like so close because I entered the wrong code.
Right.
No, I
The
fumbled
first
through it
time.
too the first time. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, and now you're on like a time slot, like, oh man, this I gotta go through quick or they're gonna call.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun. But yeah, we did it for security purposes. That way we know who's in and out of this building. It's all time stamped. All right, all in favor on that one, we're good. Moving right along. On to old business. So we're gonna do something with the solar ordinance tonight. I want to hold off until next month. Reason being, because I had a call from a lawyer from Grand Rapids who wants to speak to me on this. And I kind of want to talk about it before we get too carried away. I know it's already been through our lawyers, already been through the planning commission, our engineer. One more month. Review it, pass on the information, and make a good call. That's why I want to do it. I want to hold off on solar until next month. Any questions? I know I'm trying to get this done.
Is this lawyer just out of the blue called, or?
A little. I just want to make sure we're doing it right.
Right.
Questions on that, Nick?
I don't have any questions on. I want to move it through, but
I just want to make sure we're doing it right. This is a big ordeal. So I'd like to table that until next month.
All right, and we gotta do a moratorium, because they put another moratorium up.
I think that-
14th.
It's the 14th of October.
So we're gonna make it till November 18th, but let me, so make a motion to table this until next month.
No,
Second.
say the date.
Huh?
Oh, you're gonna table this until next month, okay,
Yes.
sorry, I'm thinking more.
Uh-huh. So I'm making a motion to table this.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I'm
Done with it.
I'm absent. Yeah, I'm not gonna vote on it.
All right. All right.
I
so
recuse myself.
you reach. I know you got a lot of work and time in this. You guys spend a lot of time and I just want to make sure it's right.
That's fine.
All right, on to 2.
Oh, wait, if you're going to extend the moratorium, you need to do it in a motion.
That's what I'm doing right now. It's on agenda number 2 item. We added it.
Oh, you made it a number 2, I thought you were adding it to number
No.
1. I
See?
apologize.
I've been trained. So I want to extend the solar moratorium from October 14th until November 18th, which would be another month. Until we can get this lawyer talked to, see what he's got to say, and then we can get this solar to go through. So I make a motion to extend the solar moratorium until November 18th.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
I
Opposed? Moving right along.
make it right, though. Give
Absolutely.
you one more month.
I know, and this, we're
Sorry, I've
done.
been on here for 4 years. It has, I've had this on every agenda that I've been, we gotta get through it.
It's not even been 2 years for me yet.
Well, I don't care.
All right, on to new business. We had a land split, which we're actually changing that to a PA 116. Because the land split's not gonna be ready. We're gonna do a special meeting on that next Wednesday at noon for both of them. But the PA 116, we have to agree on now. Basically, what it is, that Sam Mills is taking Phil Heath's old house and splitting off the house in 2 acres. He had to pull it out of P 116. He's got all the paperwork. He's paid the back tax on it. That's already been approved. That's all we're approving on that tonight.
What, how many years do you have to go back on that taxes?
7.
7?
But they take that piece that they pulled out and they tax on that, not the whole thing.
Oh, they just taxed the.
Yes. And honestly, if they would have done this possibly a little sooner, they wouldn't have paid anything. Because there was a death involved, and when a death's involved, they'll actually waive a lot of that.
Oh, really?
So anyway, making a resolution to do a P 116 reversal.
I'll second that.
PA 116 reversal. He's taking it out of PA 116.
2 acres and a house out of an 80-acre parcel.
That's probably the only way you can do it and then split it off.
Correct. If you don't meet their compliance standards.
Right.
So I got a motion on the table from Joel. We want to second it?
I'll support that.
I got a question on it first, quickly. So when they take it, it's a new owner.
Yes.
So does the PA 116 must follow the property?
Yes,
Okay,
until the
so,
contract's fulfilled.
so then when he takes it out of PA 116, is there
7 years of back taxes
penalties? 7 years?
on the house and 2 acres only, not the whole 80,
Right, what he's taking out.
only what he's taking out.
He has to pay back the taxes that he was,
Right.
that's how that works. Okay, that's all.
So the new rule of PA 116 is if you sign up today for a 10, 20, or
Yeah.
30-year contract, and in 10 years it expires, you'll still got another 7 years. But they at least give you that 7 years now where you pay your normal taxes, but you don't have to pay them back. They'll let you extend it out now for no charge. Kind of nice, instead of having to pay up front. All right, motion, Joel. Olga seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution for PA 116 is approved. Now we're already up to, okay, we're up to a culvert replacement at Sherman Road. There is a culvert we're gonna put across Sherman by Petersburg. I just had all the ditches cleaned over there. When they did hit the drain tile for that, was that 80 or 90 acres across from you guys over there? They hit that and the ditch they cleaned out, filled up for 3 days. Because that's a swamp. So the drain tile's actually been filled in by the ditch, so. Interesting fact on that is they cleaned it up, it drained it away, and now there's no more mosquitoes over there, so it kind of solved the problem. 2 neighbors over there still have problems with drainage. So the agreement is cross tile culvert's gonna be $6,700 or $6,078. We only owe $3,039 of that. Monroe County's picking up the other half. And because most of it's going on Dave Mullins' property, he's paying half of that. So we're only in it for maybe $1,500. And he agreed to go down and clean the cemetery for us on top of that. So got something out of the whole deal.
This is Sherman and Petersburg Road.
It's been underwater, that whole corner been underwater
For years.
yes.
In fact, who's on where that house burnt they just rebuilt? that's, what
The,
is it?
the new one? I don't know who's living back there.
No, the one that just got rebuilt,
Oh, Below?
Velos, because they're always underwater.
Yeah.
So now they cleaned all this out, water's actually gonna flow away. So it serves some purposes, so that's kind of what we got on that. I did have I'll talk to the next thing on that, but, so this is where we're at, so I need a motion to accept.
I make a motion to accept it, put the culvert in across Sherman Road.
Seconded. And don't forget that we're only paying half of 3039. We're getting the residents pay the other half. All in favor?
Aye.
You're spending money.
Opposed?
You're
We're spending money, so we gotta do a roll call. Supervisor Bogie? Yes. Treasurer Gatz?
Yes.
Clerk Steph is absent. Olga?
Yes,
Nick?
Yes.
Well, my notes are gonna look hideous. All right, now we're on to board member comments. We had talked about this before about additional ditch mowing. How would you guys like to address that?
Additional, like another round. How much is a round?
10 grand?
Well, we got
I mean, things
rain,
are dying off right now pretty good.
right, but we got rain all through August and it, everything.
That's
grew.
where the problem was.
Right, usually
Actually-
we get 3 weeks of reprieve on cutting grass. We didn't get none.
Actually, May and April was wet, so everything grew twice as fast, even bigger, and we had an early spring. So we could have used a second mowing probably earlier, or first mowing earlier, a second one near August, and we have been clear. It's something to bring up for next year. I think
Is that the main roads or is that the secondary?
secondaries.
All the secondaries. Yeah, they were pretty rough there for a while there.
I would like to do some, I actually had a county meeting today, and I'm gonna go through that here in a minute too, which brings up this. We're gonna doing some intersections that you can't see around and turn out on. The county's actually gonna address some of that. So maybe we can hold off on the ditch mowing till next year. It's up to you, and have a discussion.
Well, you're not gonna, you're gonna get it done this year. You're not gonna go in until next
Right.
May anyway.
But I think next year, maybe we should address it a little earlier, depending on the spring.
Right.
If it's a cold, wet spring, or
Does it take, say we wanted to get it done, can we just say, come and do it?
yes, I've already talked to him, he would jump on
All
board.
right. So that's something we can do.
All right, here's all the other little small issues I got. Thermostat in the other office, it fluctuates in temperature quite a bit. She had a meeting here Tuesday and it was making a weird noise. The furnace guy come out and said the thermostat's acting up and it's sending power to it and shutting power off to it, turning power on, shutting it off. So that's really, good on the electric bill and good on the equipment. So I want to buy 2 new thermostats because that one is kind of questionable too. So I wanted to bring that up. Really don't have to vote. We can vote on it if you want, it covers it's a maintenance. So it's not a big deal. I want to take a big thank you to Joel for helping with the sign out front, bolting all that up, and us sweating to death out there in the blazing sun that day. Striping for Dennison Road is going to be on phase 2. They've redone Cone Road for the first time in 10 years. We're going to stripe Dennison. It's going to be phase 2, so it should be in the next 30 days, hopefully. Fire board meeting you already know about. And let's see. And a thank you to Andrew Nolan, because he helped us with our flagpole mounting out at Spall Lake Cemetery. It's all done.
Nice.
I appreciate it. Thank you for following up on that, watching out for us. Last thing is, I had a Monroe County Road Commission meeting today. It's my yearly meeting with them. It went really well. I had a list of things I want to do and address. They gave their list of stuff that covered about 90% of it, so it was a very entertaining meeting. I did find out some interesting facts. If you have a county ditch, you can put your sump pump out to it, your field tile out. If we have a road commission ditch, it's no longer allowed. They went through some litigation and now they will send you a letter. I explained to them when they cleaned that ditch out, how cool that fuel drained out. Because that's good because that should be draining into that ditch. But you know, it's something probably done 40 years ago before.
Where
we-
else would it drain?
Back all the way down the other way. So that'd be really expensive. So it was an interesting conversation. I did thank them for everything I did. I drove all the roads, did a bunch of road reports. Basically, the only potholes we got in our township is on Far Road between Hickory and Southwick. There's like 4 gigantic potholes. They're gonna send some gravel and cover them up. Everything else is pretty well clean, except for a dust deal. Next year, we're definitely gonna do different with dust. We're gonna do 2 rows of brine and a center strip of chloride. They said 2 other townships did it this year, and it major difference.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that next year. Man, I don't know. I think that's all I got. And Saturday is somebody's birthday. I don't know who, but Amanda.
We old.
Oh, please.
Yeah, that's all I got. Clerk, what's the clerk got? She's not here, but she made some comments for us.
She's not gonna say a word.
What's that?
The clerk's not gonna say a word today.
No, deputy is.
The deputy is? Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
alright, so. She has no concerns with the solar ordinance with the newer versions. Is there any reason to need to rescind to the attorney or engineer? I know this has been an ongoing document, we want to put it to rest, however, is there anything else that needs to be thought of with the new state law that will go into effect in November? Deerfield has revised some items in their ordinance, but wasn't sure if this was something you wanted to look into. Moratorium is up in October regardless. Got that covered. 2 Sherman Road culvert. With the information I have gathered, this culvert addition seems to benefit not only some residents, but the township as a whole. I see no reason that we shouldn't move forward. Drainage problems affect larger pieces of the township eventually, so it makes sense to correct this before it starts to affect more areas. 3, Mills Cone Road land split. No objections or reservations regarding this land split. Please make sure to make a motion for the resolution. The land split application number is 24-01. All right, so clerk comments. November 5th election is coming up quickly. Ballots have just been approved by the townships and the county. We'll be sending them to print. We do not have any ballots for absentee voting as of yet. Please check back with Jenna or I in the next couple weeks. We are no longer sending out AV applications. If you are on the permanent ballot list, you will automatically get a ballot for November. If you are not on the permanent ballot list, you will need to request an absentee ballot. Reminder that absentee ballots cannot be forwarded to PO boxes. Please provide us with a physical address, and if you are not going to be at your listed address, please provide us with the address you will be able to receive the ballot at. If you do not have a physical address to list, you will be required to obtain a ballot from our offices. Trash day is September 21st. She had November. Please make sure to read all rules associated with Stephen's disposal. Amanda and Jenna, please make sure these rules are on the website.
They already are.
All right,
And that's all clerk is telling me.
your treasurer.
Taxes are due by the 16th, which is a Monday. You get an extra couple days because of the weekend. I'll be here on Monday. The only other sort I got, you see our drop box where people drop their paperwork off. And these 2 little yellow things. Wednesday I was in here and I had 2 yellow tax papers in there. And there was nothing with them. And I thought, well, the check's gotta be here somewhere with them. I can't find it. No, not. I looked and I said, well, it's the weekend. I wanna get it to them before, if I put it in the mail, then I'm gonna get it. It's gonna be late and there's gonna be interest. So I was gonna take it to him tonight, I was just going through my phone and I thought, let me look his number up and stuff, so I couldn't find his name, but I found his address with another lady's phone number on it. So I called it, and she didn't answer, so then I texted her a message, I'm looking for such and such. If you haven't given me a call on his taxes. Not sure who it was, so then the guy calls me back 5 minutes later. And he said, yeah, this is such and such, I'm calling on my taxes. And he says, how did you get my ex-wife's phone number? And he started to laugh. And I was like, it was on the phone, I don't know, I'm sorry. But his dad was dropping his papers off, he was supposed to defer them, but he dropped off his papers, so. It was kind of funny to get his ex-wife's phone number. It's like, oops. But other than that, everything's going well. We're doing pretty good with the cloud now. Got a little more training on that, so it's going well. And other than that, we'll wait till I send you winter tax, I guess. Everything's great.
All set?
I don't.
I do appreciate helping out signing, though it was posting out there that day.
You were roasting, I was.
Mr. Straub.
Well, I did not call anybody's ex-wife. However, the planning commission has a application with Corrigan Oil to change the zoning from C2 to I1 over here across the expressway. And we voted to move that to a public meeting Tuesday night. So it'll be coming to you for request to do a public hearing.
Okay. Yeah, get it to Steph.
So we don't know when the public hearing will be?
No, it's gonna be next planning commission meeting unless they give us an application that says, or a letter that they want an earlier meeting. But it's a 15-day waiting period for, to get it in the paper. You got 15 days after that. So unless they do it right away,
You're not gonna gain nothing but
not
about a
gonna
week.
gain much, right? So they may wait.
All right, anything else?
That's it. If anyone wants to see what they're gonna do over there, they're really gonna do the same thing they've been talking about for the last year and a half, 2 years, whatever it's been. However, they're changing the zone. They're gonna redo the road to a Class A all-weather road from the expressway to the driveway. And they're gonna tear down that house that's still on their property. They're gonna merge those two pieces. Put some trees in and blah, blah. So if anybody wanted to see it, there'll be a print. Well, we should have a print. I think we have it here. Okay, there you go. Print's in here, so.
Okay. Nothing else exciting?
Nothing else exciting. I have an exciting story, but I'll wait till after the meeting. It's pretty funny story.
Oh, God. Hold up.
The only thing I have is I'm looking forward to trash day.
All right, nice.
8 to 2.
Already got my red truck loaded up.
Get her a hat that says Mrs. Trash.
Yeah.
Right on there. That don't sound good though.
I was gonna say. you
We
could
won't
come
do
up with
that.
something better
We won't do
than
that. Trash queen? That sounds
You're
good.
not going
I-
up.
no.
You don't like that one
Not
either?
at all.
Trash the idea?
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
That's not your forte.
Okay.
What's going on? Well, I skipped over something.
Go ahead.
I added it too. And the land split kind of threw me off. Remember we got to do the BOR, remember?
Oh, yes.
I finally had
Appoint the.
quite a few people call, and one person committed to it. His name is Eric Dean, which everybody knows him. He was on the fire department forever. I know you know him, he probably served with it.
Yeah.
He's been a resident of my own township since beginning of time. So we got a new, he's gonna be our standby.
He's as far into the corner of our township as you
Yes.
can get, I think. You
If he
know?
falls all the wrong way to his property, he's in a different county and a different township right out of the gate. So anyway, his name is Eric King, and we're gonna get him signed in and get some training on
What's the last name?
Ing, I-N-E. I knew it. Scribble it in there, can you read my own writing?
Right.
God, this stuff is bad. All right, what's the staff got for us?
No, you have to you have to do a motion.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can pick it. We gotta,
That I
yeah.
know.
I make a motion to, wow. I do a motion to pick Eric King for our board member. Be our board review.
Second that.
Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Looks like Eric's stuck with that job. All right, moving on to the, you got anything else over here?
No.
Staff.
Other, I mean, somebody kind of covered everything for elections, so.
Okay.
so, yeah.
Nothing? Holy cow, you got nothing?
If your birthday is what, Monday? Saturday.
2 more days.
You're gonna be 24?
Always.
And 14.
I've not had nothing.
Yeah, I don't think I would. All right. Moving right along, we're up to public comment for 5 minutes. Anybody have anything? Mr. Noel.
I'd like to thank the board for approving the flagpole installing. As soon as it went in, sent a picture to Mark, it looks good. The cemetery with our veterans has an appropriate flag to reflect that. 2 questions, September 28th is a Saturday. Can I get verbal permission for me and the American Legion to go in and clean up brush, crap, and so forth at the cemetery? And the second question was the access road back to Spalding, is that our Milan Township, our responsibility?
We just got ownership of that, so let me see when we got that. Because Dave was working at the engineer. Remember, all our cemeteries weren't technically ours.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We had them all surveyed.
Yeah.
Now they're all ours, but there's an easement issue. I don't know if that's quite solved yet, but I'll find out. I'll give you a call.
The reason I asked is 2/3 of the way in, if you're driving back there, there's like some sort of culvert or something. I'd like to get some stone put in there. It shouldn't affect anything.
Okay.
DTE was just back there stomping around doing something. I just want to stick to the road about 2/3 of the way, and there's a heavy drop off to the right. I'd like to get some stone in there if we could, for whoever's going back there, for whatever reason. And then lastly, I got in contact with the state person for the state marker for Rice Cemetery, and she won't hear anything until it is completed. Just because I'm curious as to when it would be. She did order it in February. Per the manufacturer, it will be mid to late October, as late as mid-November before we get it. Soon as she hears from the manufacturer, it will be completed, and then I don't know if they'll get a hold of you, me, or Ann, or what, but I just checked just to see if she heard anything on it. She does not.
Yeah, just keep in touch with us on it. Let me know on September 20th. You guys need a hand. I'll give you a hand.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
So September 28th.
Yes, it's Saturday.
Okay. With the Legion going in, I don't know, you might want to check with insurance.
I'll give you a
And,
ring.
this is something that you can throw on next Wednesday's agenda too. Just to have that, with the whole group, you know, and the Legion going in, I want to be sure that everything's covered.
Yeah.
You know, and
Group
nothing's.
probably being about 5, but group nonetheless, so,
Yeah,
it wouldn't be like.
It's
full
a-
Legion.
Yeah,
But
and
just-
it's, you know, and I was thinking about this with Sea Cadets too. I thought about it after the last cleanup. It's something I think we need to look into, just to be sure that,
We're covered.
yeah, that there's not
Good
going
idea.
to be any problems.
And we can do that Wednesday. We get that approval, and then I can check with the gravel deal too. I don't think that'll be a problem. It's probably a small load, right?
Well, I think yard if that.
Quite honestly, I only thought of it because I think Legion of older people. So I don't want anybody hurting themselves.
It's probably the sons, right?
He would be,
SAL.
I talked to Sam, and yeah, he's the one that brought it up, because he's working with whoever owns Marble, who's ever on that board. Because they want to do something in October for there, and he asked if I would teach and work with them, I said, of course.
Good deal. No, we'll bring it up, we'll put that on Wednesday's agenda, get her done. No, that should be a problem. I'll get some price on stone too, so we know. I'll drive out there and take a look at it too. Again, thank you for all your help. I really appreciate it. That's something that need to be done, and I did forget about it, not gonna lie, so we gotta correct it. All set?
Yes, sir.
Anybody else? Oh, God, I do, I should have swung that gavel. State your name, please.
Sharon Worcester, Milan Township. I just want to thank the county for scraping all that excess gravel that probably could have been used in that yard of Spalding's on corner of Cone and Dennison. A lot of craziness sliding I've heard a lot of, so I'm glad that you guys got it out there. Second is on the solar. I'm glad you guys are taking your time, even if it's 4 years, 6 years, we do have to get it done. I'm just inquisitive if you got any information today on how it's going up in Lansing, as in,
I've heard 6 different rumors.
okay,
I've heard if whatever administration comes in, it could kill a lot of it. Everything is really up in the air right now.
okay. So is there any applications or anything?
Nothing.
Quiet,
Well, they can't put an application because there's a moratorium on it.
that's true, yeah.
So the moratorium comes off, then it's a free for all.
Yeah, yeah. And, yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Anybody else? Anybody online? Nothing. All right. I want to make a motion to call the meeting at 7:47 PM.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
That's a quick meet.
Opposed? No one. Man, I miss her.
When,
She does all this.
Yeah, but it was shorter than you want.
See you later.
All right, thanks, Nolan.
here's a story, but it's a funny story. You don't have to stay for the story. This is real life drama story.